Okay, so it's Mr4Koffee vlog number 5. Yesterday I couldn't do it because I was just too busy during the day. I was exhausted, man. I was running around like a chicken without a head. So I figured, well, now this is the perfect time for me to do one. So I got my coffee. I got plenty of sleep. So let's talk about this and live in the moment. Yes, live in the moment. We're going to talk about life and depression. Yeah, very touchy subject. But at the same time, a very important subject. Okay. Now, before we start getting into the nitty and gritty, into the meat of this problem called depression, let me first tell you my story and about what I had to go through before I start talking about what my advice is and what I recommend, stuff like that. So, me telling you this story will probably give you some idea as to how to deal a little bit with this epidemic problem that a lot of people are affected by. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor. It doesn't. Depression doesn't care, like what your status is. You could be. You could be the king of the universe. It doesn't matter. Depression can get to you as well. So, what is the depression? Well, the the best way to, like, if you want to use a medical term, like what is depression, some people will say that there's a imbalance in your brain, where your brain, it's not producing enough of dopamine. It's not producing enough DMT, so that way you can think clearly. It's what it's doing. It's almost like it's producing an estrogen. So you grow the man boobs. Like your testosterone is slowing down when you're depressed. Basically, this is like a medical term. And I'm gonna try to avoid dissecting this in a medical term. Because if I'm just talking to you like a doctor or like a psychiatrist, I'm gonna lose you. I'm not gonna help you. Okay, so how to best explain what depression is? Well, to avoid the medical terms, yes, it does prevent your hormone levels. It does prevent testosterone and produces estrogen. So that way, you don't have any energy. You lose the focus for anything. And it's not a good feeling. Okay, being depressed, but what exactly depression is and where does it come from? Well, from my experience and from everybody else's experience, depression comes from being unhappy. Let's just circle it, being unhappy. You are unhappy. You are unhappy about something. You're stressed about something, and you worry about something too much. All of those can cause depression. Worrying too much. Oh man, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to take care of this? That leads to depression. Stress. You're stressing out, man. Am I going to score on this, exam? Am I going to do well tomorrow on the interview? Man, what's going to happen to me? Like, you're stressing out. Okay, am I going to make a closing deal on this house? You're stressing out. So stress, worry, those are the stress, worry, those are the two key factors. And of course, you could be just simply, what's the word I'm trying to use? You could also be not having any of these problems. Like, you could not have any stress, you could not have any worries, and you could still be depressed. Okay, there's those conditions as well. There's people who's got everything and they don't have to worry about anything, but they're still depressed. That's due to something it's missing in their life. Maybe they're not getting enough love. Maybe they're not getting a true love. They're not getting that affection. And they're just being used because they have the money, because they're a celebrity or they're famous, and everyone's just being nice to them because of who they are. That can also lead to a depression because your brain can detect when someone's being fake, and your instincts can detect when someone's being fake and when someone's being true. When you have a true friend that will stick with you, or a true soulmate that will be there with you, even if you're in a wheelchair, even if you are broke, she will still be there with you to take care of you. Like the true love. That's love. Okay? If you have a partner who's just using you for the money, that's not love. I don't care if you have kids with her. I don't give a rat's ass if you have kids with her. Anybody can have kids. Anybody can impregnate anybody. It's not a project science, okay? It's not a brain surgery. It's not a rocket science. If she's just using you for the money, cousin, she's not loving you. She's loving what you're providing for her. Meaning you are a provider. You are giving her what she needs. Once you stop giving her what she needs, she leaves. Okay? That's just a fact. I mean, you can either accept that or don't. I don't care, but that's just a fact. All right? You can believe in whatever you want to believe, okay? I'm just here to tell you the truth and what I know. Okay? And that's one of the reasons why I stopped dating, because I'm like, I don't have time for this BS, because I've been through a lot of bad relationships in my past. Okay, when I was younger, when I was a bit more handsome, not like right now. I'm old geezer, but so there's two different types of depression. Like I said, we have a depression where people truly have a reason to be depressed. They're stressed out. They're worrying about something, so stress and worry. And then you have another depression, which is coming from the lack of love. You're not getting any love, even though you got money and everything, but still you don't like the fact that women are using you because of the money. You don't like the fact that people are just being your friends because of who you are. That kind of love, it's not a true love, it's a fake love, and that can also make you depressed as well. All right, because your instincts, they know. They can tell you, okay, whether this person is just bullshitting you, whether this person is being genuine. That's the word that you need to use. Is this person being genuine, And that's the one thing, genuine. If person's not being genuine, then you shouldn't be around that person. Guys, I have cut loose a bunch of friends. I have quit a lot of jobs because I said to myself, hey man, why am I here? This individual is not going to change. This individual is who he is. This job, it is what it is. It's crooked. I don't want to do this freaking job anymore. Screw these people, man. Screw this crap. I'm out of here. Life is too short. Like, you have to take care of yourself, man. All right? Don't worry about the other people. The hell with what the others are thinking. They can kiss my ass, okay? I don't give a shit. I don't give a rat's ass what other people are thinking. You have to take care of your well-being. You have to take care of you first. How are you going to help other people if you can't help yourself? Ask yourself that. So you have to take care of yourself first. Take care of your well-being before you go out there to help others. I'm not saying you shouldn't help. Of course, you should help others. You should help those who need help. You should help your family. But if you are not in a good state of mind, if you are not in a good place, how can you help others? So you have to fix yourself and then be a role model. Look at Dwayne Johnson. Look at Vin Diesel. Look at all these underdogs who made it in life, who started from bottom, from nothing, and then they made something out of themselves, and now they're role models. Now they can help out. Dwayne Johnson's doing a lot of charity work. He does a lot of good things. It's just that you guys don't hear enough about it. I live here in Miami. I hear about it. He's my resident. I know what Dwayne Johnson does and how much of charity work he does. He's a cool dude. And Joe Rogan, you need to bring him on the podcast. Like, what the hell, dude? Of course, he's a busy guy, but he does a lot of charity work, man. Friends of mine who live in Miami, they tell me all the time, this guy is like truly a sweetheart of a man, and he does as many charity as he can to help out. Anything that he can do to help out. There's a lot of good role models. I'm just picking some role models because Dwayne Johnson had a tough road. You know, he wasn't born with a golden spoon. You know, he had really tough road getting to where he is right now. And same thing with Mark Vincent, you know, which is Vin Diesel. That Mark is his first name, Vincent his last name. He had a tough road, uh, you know, growing up. When he came from, I think he lived in. I think he's from Brooklyn. I think from Brooklyn. I could be wrong, but I think from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, and he got the Diesel name from the nightclub that he worked at. They called him a Diesel. His you know, last name is Vincent, Vinny. First name Mark. So he took the nickname from his nightclub days as Diesel, and then used his last name as Vin, so Vin Diesel. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but anyway, I'm just throwing it out there if in case you guys didn't know that. You know, he has a sister. His sister, it's a producer. She's a producer on Fast and the Furious franchise. Vin Diesel owns a certain portion of that Fast and the Furious franchise, so that shows you how far Vin Diesel has accomplished himself. And I'm using these icons and these celebrities as one example to show you that in retrospect, in contrast, in order for you to help other people, you have to help yourself first. Because you can help others if you haven't helped yourself first. If you are in a really bad state or state of mind, or if you are in a really bad place from which you haven't fixed yourself to get out from, and you're still stuck there, you can't expect to help others. So what I'm trying to say, first, help yourself. You know, take care of yourself first. Whatever you gotta do, man, okay? Because no one's gonna do it for you, guys. No one's gonna do it for you. You gotta, this is the challenge of life, you know? And I know this. I've been through it myself, man. I've been through a war. I was born. Literally, I was born in war. Bosnia. When the war in Bosnia started, I was 9 years old. 9 years old, and I was like, damn, man, how do I, like, you know, this is so strange, you know, like you got detonation, windows blowing out, you know, anti-aircraft guns, you know, just going through the walls, ripping the walls apart, people dying on the streets, no electricity, no water. UN was there. You see a bunch of white UN trucks coming in and out, and they haven't done much, honestly. I mean, it was a total chaos. Like, it was a civil war in Bosnia and Sarajevo for 4 years, 4.5 years. A lot of people died. There was also a genocide that happened in Srebrenica by Serbians, you know, Bosnian Serbians, well, wherever if you want to call it, but they're Serbians, but still. Now, I'm not trying to go after Serbians here or say anything bad about them. I'm just simply saying that that's what happened, okay? Things have changed now, things are different now, but that's what happened, okay? There was a civil war on both sides. There was a carnage, you know. We have done some shitty things. They have done some shitty things. When there's a war, it's hard to pick and choose who's the good side, who's the bad side. Both sides did some horrendous things. Okay, Bosnians did some horrendous things. Okay, they were doing some crazy shit as well. Croatian did as well, because Croatia got involved into that war as well. So there was no one's innocent. Okay, in the war, no one's fucking innocent. And I've seen that shit firsthand. And I'm not trying to pick a side here. Everybody fucking loses in the war. No one's a winner. Okay? A lot of lives are lost. Even this Iraq war we went through. How many soldiers have died? Go to the graveyard. Go visit the graveyard. How many veterans? Ages of 18, 19, 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 18, 18, 19. Dead since 2003. All right? And Afghanistan too. I know this. I've seen I went to the graves, and I went to to pay my respect. You know, I have a lot of respect for soldiers. All right? And I met a lot of soldiers during the war, during the Peace Corps. They came in. in 2000, what was it? Not 2000, in 1995, before I left. It's before I left. In 1995, the Peace Corps with NATO that was sent to Sarajevo and Bosnia. This is something where President Clinton back then, and regardless of what you guys think about President Clinton, okay, whatever your political views are, I have to give him a credit that he was the only sitting president, that stopped that bloodshed. He stopped that war. Not just the war in Bosnia, but he also stopped the war in Kosovo. 2 wars he stopped. So I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, and I don't care how you feel about, former president, but I have to give the credit where it's due. He did stop 2 wars. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So there you have it. Okay, and this is coming from Bosnian, telling you that American Bosnian, he stopped 2 wars. He stopped the bloodshed in Bosnia, and he stopped the bloodshed in Kosovo. 2 wars. Okay, that's a fact. So that's all you need to know. Now, moving on. Let's not talk about politics. Moving on. So during there's really. So the reason I'm telling you a story, because I've been through war, and that war scarred me a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but maybe a little bit too much. That was really traumatic for me, guys. Dealing with that war and seeing all this carnage. Remember, I was 9 years old, man. I wanted to play my Commodore 64, dude. I was influenced by American culture. I was influenced by, the West. I had a satellite dish. I watched the NFL on my satellite dish. I had NBC. We were all watching the it was like living in America, almost like living in America, dude. Like we were watching we didn't even give a shit about our channels, dude. We were watching American channels. We were watching like NBC, Fox, TNT, all of these channels, man. We were watching them. We were watching the football games, everything. Dolphins. Yeah, I was a bit of a Dolphins fan back then, okay? So, and of course, my favorite team, Chicago Bulls, man. We were watching basketball, so we were totally westernized, man. I was totally westernized, totally influenced. You guys have no idea how much, like, my country was influenced by United States, like, big time. And even right now, it's like westernized. If you go to Bosnia, everybody speaks English. Everybody. I mean, listen, you go to Bosnia, you go to Sarajevo, everyone speaks English. Like, dude, don't worry about it. Everybody speaks it. Everybody knows. If you're an American, if you come to Sarajevo, everybody speaks it. Everybody knows it. And you guys should definitely visit Bosnia. And I need to go back there to visit, to do a vlog and to show you where I lived, to show you my childhood, to show you. I need to work on that. No, seriously, I need to do that trip and I need to do a vlog. But let's get back to the depression. So yes, that war affected me psychologically, because I did lose some friends, and I not only did I lose them, but I saw them. I saw them dead, laying on the ground with pool of blood, and yeah. And look, I can't, guys. It was. I don't want to really go back to it, man. I don't want to go back to it, guys. I can't, man. I can't. It's heavy. It's really heavy for me to talk about it. I know it's been a long time, but still, those images, it's something that I can't. What I have seen, I cannot unseen. Okay, the stuff that I have experienced, I cannot unexperience it. It's there with me. It's going to stay with me till I take it to the grave. or whatever it is that I pass on through there. So the war has really depressed me. But the war has also gave me a balance, because I went through war to experience the negative and all the harsh, horrible things that we as humans are capable of doing. Once I came out of there, I came here to the United States, and I met a lot of cool people. Listen, man, I met a lot of good. This country, it's still the greatest country in the world. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good Americans. Don't just look at the America as, okay, you live in one state and you're surrounded by maybe some negative people here and there. You need to travel the country in the United States. There's a lot of good people, a lot of great people in this country, man. A lot of good, heartwarming, great people. The spirit of America, it's something that no one can break. Everybody knows that. Putin, he knows that. All these other leaders in the Middle East, they know that. You cannot break American spirit. Nobody can break American spirit. This is the strongest spirit on the planet, period. And that's what makes this country so great and so unique, man. Nothing can tear this country apart. Nothing. No one. No sitting president, no one. This country, it's from the people, by the people. Okay? All right? And there's 300 million of us. So, you have to travel the country. You have to travel the states. You're going to meet a lot of cool people. Of course, along the way, you're going to meet some assholes. They're out there. I'm not saying that you're not going to bump into assholes. Yes, they're out there. But this is why it's important for you to filter the assholes and bitches and cunts. You need to separate yourself, isolate yourself from the cancerous people, which they're a minority. Thank God that these are minorities. You need to isolate yourself from these cancerous individuals. They're out there, but you need to isolate yourself from them. If you are associating yourself with these cancerous people, you're going to catch a cancer too. Literally, you're going to catch whatever it is that they have. Whatever the epidemic that they have, you're going to catch it too. So you need to isolate yourself from these individuals. That's what I've been doing, and I'm fine. You know, you don't see me doing any crazy shit. I'm not acting like a lunatic. I'm not doing some crazy, insane stuff out there. No, I'm very balanced mind. I'm great. I'm good. I'm sitting good. You know, because your greatest tool, it's up here, guys. You gotta be good up here. If you are not mentally well, then you cannot function. You cannot focus. Okay? You cannot do your job. You're going to get fired from your job. You know, you can't focus. You can't do anything because you're not fit here. You have to be fit here in your head. That's your CPU, central processing unit up here, that needs to work properly before you can actually move in life. So what I'm trying to tell you is, and I know this video is long, but you know, this is a subject that I cannot talk about in 5 minutes. It's a very complex subject, and I hope something here that I say gives you helps you a little bit, okay, for whatever it's worth. And I know I'm butchering this. So the war has scarred me. Of course, I've seen shit that I cannot unseen. I have experienced stuff that I cannot experience it. But I also learned something. I learned both negative and positive. It's important in life that you experience all of the above. Good, bad, ugly, positive, negative. You have to experience all of these elements in order for you to be balanced. Okay? It only is going to help you. It's not going to mow you down or destroy you. No. Experiencing all of these elements only can help you evolve better. You're going to evolve better going through all these experiences, and surviving all these experiences is only going to help you. Listen to all these guys, you know, all these successful individuals. They all went through good, bad, ugly, and then look at them now. So they all had to go through all these components of experiences in life in order for them to get to where they are. Okay? So what I'm trying to say, I know this is what you guys want to know. But then what is the cure? What is the cure for depression? Well, it's not like you can take a pill, drink it, and then all of a sudden you're brand new. It doesn't work that way. Depression is something that you have to, it takes time. It takes time to nurture that. It takes time. It's almost like you have to reborn yourself. It's that kind of a thing. But it comes with you. You have to ask yourself, what is it that's causing me this depression? Are the individuals to whom I'm associated with, they're causing this pain? Is the job that I'm working causing this pain? What are the elements that are triggering this depression? First, you need to find the cause of what is triggering the depression. Okay? Once you know what the cause is, well, guess what, cousin? Time for you to quit that job. Just quit or don't show up. That's it. You don't ever have to show up on your work. Block everybody on the phone. Don't show up. Find another career. Find something else. No one can force you to work. Of course, you're not going to have that job, but who cares? You didn't like the job to begin with, so get rid of that job. All right, it's a piece of shit job. Get rid of it. It's not helping you. All right, so get rid of it. Get another job. Get something you love. Okay. Second thing, the individuals who are supposed to be your friends, your friends, okay, fake friends, and they're causing you pain too. Get rid of them too. When I say get rid of them, block them, remove them, don't talk to them, ignore them, isolate yourself from them. That's what I mean by that, get rid of them. Isolate yourself from these individuals. That's what I've done. I cut my ties with some of my friends. I blocked them. I removed them. They have no idea where well, if they see this video, I don't give a shit, whatever, which I doubt they will. When I close the chapter with someone, I move on. So whatever is triggering you, if there's individuals out there that are triggering you, they're not your friends, okay? Just isolate yourself from them. Block them. Isolate. You can do this easily. Block them. Remove them, block their phones, everything. Don't talk to them. Isolate yourself from them. All right? If they come to your house, which I doubt they will, if they're uninvited, tell them to take a piss and leave. That's that. Quit your job, because that job obviously is not helping you. It's making you worse. Get rid of it. Get another job. There's plenty of fucking jobs out there, man. This is a huge country. 300 million people. 50 states. Plenty of opportunities out there, man. All right? Get rid of that job. It's not the only job in the world. Get something else that's gonna, or keep looking for something that's good for you. And you're gonna find that. You're gonna know what that is. I don't know what that is at the moment, but you're gonna find out whatever that is, whatever that job is that's gonna help you. Okay? So you have to find the cause of what's triggering your depression. What's giving you the estrogen? What's stopping you from getting the testosterone and good hormones? What's causing that shit? Well, depression is the cause of that shit, but you got to find out what is triggering that depression. If it's not the job, if it's not the people, individuals who are associated with you, maybe it's something else. But you need to find out what that something else is. If it's women, remember something. There's plenty of women around, all right? There's tons of them out there, all right? Just because you've been through a few bad relationships, that doesn't mean that you're not going to find somebody out there. But you have to dedicate yourself. You really got to want it. You got to dedicate yourself. You got to start dating. You got to go out there. And remember, dating sucks because you're going to go through a lot of garbage. And I'm sorry I have to use this kind of a term. You're going to go through a lot of garbage, a lot of cash registers, a lot of gold diggers before you get to somebody who's like really genuine. But you got to go through that shit. You have to dig through garbage. Me, I choose not to because I'm just tired of it, dude. I'm okay. And quite honestly, I'm not that desperate looking for a woman. Okay, I really don't need it in my life. I'm good where I'm sitting here. I'm fine. Okay, I'm just not ready to be dealing with that. I'm just not ready, man. You know, I'm older, I'm old, and I'm not really, don't have the energy. I don't have the energy nor time to be looking for that, man. Because I know how difficult it is, and I know the kind of garbage I have to go through, and I just don't have time to go through that whole ordeal. But that's my shtick. That's my choice. Okay. So whatever it is that's triggering you, you need to find out what the cause of that is. You can't just mask the problem. You have to find the root of the problem. What's triggering it? What's the source? What's the source of the problem? What is the trigger that's causing it? And you have to find out what that is. But only you can find out what that is, and you need to work on that. Well, it's been 30 minutes. I hope that I didn't butcher this. Yes, this is a very sensitive subject. It's a very difficult and complex subject to talk about, but there is no other way for me to do this video than 30 minutes, half an hour, because it is a very complex subject. It's not a simple subject. I wish that I had simple answers. I wish that I had a simple cure to give you the advice, but this is a very complex subject. So I hope that you take away something from this video. I hope that this video maybe helps you out in some way. I don't know. That's all I can hope for. I'm just here to tell you how I feel about it, what my experience is with the whole depression thing, and then maybe you can take away something from this. You know, that's what I'm trying to do here. All right. Other than that, I'll catch you guys later. I have some videos coming up. Stay tuned. Keep an eye on my community forums. The reason I say keep an eye on my community forums because my schedule constantly changes, so it's hard for me to know when can I do the videos, when can I do the live streams. So it's one of those things. I'll just need you guys to be patient and give some patience, and the videos will be out, but I need you guys to be patient with me, you know, because due to my ridiculous schedule that I have. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for joining the Mr4Koffee vlog number 5. And remember, live in the moment. Thank you guys for watching.